Hi everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to talk about one more advanced order type which is called the bracket order. So again I'm taking you to the documentation page and here you will see bracket order. So essentially a bracket order has three legs. First leg is obviously the entry leg and then it is mandatory to put the stop loss as well as the profit. So in the same trade we are putting three trades in the same order. We are putting the entry, we are putting the stop loss and we are putting the target. And obviously if one of the targets or stop losses get hit, the other one will automatically get squared off, so it will get exited, cancelled. And always remember that once you use a bracket order and if you try to cancel a stop loss or a take profit order, the actual trade will get squared off automatically. So that's the feature of a bracket order. So today we're going to see how we can run that using the REST APIs. So again, I've already done the login in the morning, and on the left side under orders there is BO orders, and let's start by taking the trades. So we have four methods of placing the order. We've already seen this is the same four methods that we have seen for normal orders: the limit order, the market order, the stop loss, and the stop limit order. And then we can also modify different different legs. Like I said, we have three legs here, and finally we can cancel the order also. So let's start with the market order. I think that's the easiest. So as I said, I've already added the API key and the access token, and in the body this is how I will be mentioning what I want to take the entry as. So let's say I want to take the entry in SBIN, one quantity, the type is 2, that means it's a market order. One side means I'm buying it, and in fact if you don't remember all these points, you can quickly come here and you will be able to get all this information from these attributes. Then this is important, the product type has to be BO. That is how the API will know that we want to go for a BO order. And if you're using BO, then it's mandatory for you to use a stop loss and take profit. And I'm putting 5 here. So let's run it and see what happens. So it says the order has been submitted successfully. Let's check it out. And you can see here that the order got placed, and in the orders we also have the stop loss and the target. Now how did the stop loss and target come here? If you see, my stop loss was 5 points and my take profit was also 5 points. So based on that, it has calculated the 5-point stop loss because I've taken a buying entry at 729.1. Minus 5 is the stop loss and plus 5 is the target. So that is how it is calculating it. And as you can see, at the same time, so if you see the orders, all the three orders got triggered at the same time. So that's the beauty. And we have two orders which are running and one position which I'm already part of. Now, like I said, if I cancel any of the orders, so let's say if I cancel this order, automatically the other order will also get cancelled and my position will also get squared off. So we can clearly see that this is working perfectly fine. So this is how we use the place order market. Now let's go for the limit order, and the only difference will be that I will have to put a limit also here. And since I'm putting a limit order, my type is equal to 1. So let's say I want to take the entry in SBIN at 720. So I'm saving it. I'm just putting the limit price as 720 and I'm going to run it again. I'm keeping the stop loss and take profit as 5 points itself. And you can see it says order submitted successfully. Let's check it out. And now you can see in the orders tab, I have one order, which is a BO order, and it's a working order because it's waiting for SBIN to come down and touch 720. So once this gets triggered, now that's the important part. Once this gets triggered, automatically I will get two more orders here. One will be a stop loss at 715 and one will be the target at 725. So that's the beauty of using BO orders, because I don't have to really worry about when my order will get triggered, what will be the stop loss, things like that, because it will be triggered automatically. So we can see this is also working perfectly fine. Let's go to the next one, and I can obviously cancel this order also. Now I'm going to place a stop loss order. So you can use a BO stop order also. Again, what that means is that, so I've already added the API key. So what that means is that I'm going to use the type as 3 because it's a stop loss market order. and I will have to put a stop price also now. So this might get a little confusing what it means. Essentially what I'm saying is, let's say the price is 730. I want to buy SBI once it reaches, let's say, 735. So I only want to take the entry once it reaches 735. So that 735 will become my stop price, and once it reaches this level, then I, let's say I want to put a stop loss of 5 points and a target of 5 points. So I'm using stop loss here and target here. So let's save it and let's run it and see if that's working perfect. And you can see the order submitted successfully. Again, if you see here, you can see there's a buy stop which is being mentioned here at 735. It's a working order because it's waiting for SBI to touch this level. And as I said, once it touches that level, only then it will put the stop loss at 730 and a target at 740. So you can see now you're using a combination of a lot of orders, but that's how we can use this bracket order. So again, I'm going to cancel this order for the time being. And so I've cancelled the order. Let's go forward. And I'm going to use the last one, which is place order stop limit. So again, I've done the API key and the access token. Now I will also have to put, so I'll just show you the difference also. So this is the place order, the normal market order, in which I was just using the stop price, which was a trigger price. But if I use this, the place order stop loss limit, I not only has to put the stop price, let's say 735, but I also have to put a limit price, let's say 737. So what this means is that I want to take the entry in SBIN when the market touches 735. This is going to be a buying entry, but the worst case scenario, I can purchase it till 737. And once the order gets triggered, I want to put a stop loss of 5 points and a target of 5 points. So that is the complete definition now. So as you can see, there are four levels that we're talking about, which have been mentioned here. And again, I am using the type as 4 because this is a stop loss limit order. Let's run and see if that's working fine. And you can see again the order submitted successfully. And that's how the orders have been placed. We have one order at 735 with a limit price at 737. So we are giving a 2-point gap here. And then once this gets triggered, automatically we will have a stop loss and a target, which will get placed automatically. So as we can see, all of these orders are working perfectly. So now let's learn how to modify them. So for the modification, I am going to use the normal limit order because I think that will be a little easier to understand. So I'm going to cancel this now. I'm going to put a limit order first because I'm going to show you how we can modify each of the 3 legs. So for that, let's add the limit order first. And let's say I want to purchase once SBI touches 720. So I'm going to run this code again. And we have the 720 level now. So we have got the 720 level. Now let us try to modify this. So let's say we have a BO order running. So as you can see, the product type is BO. But I want to modify, and let's say I want to modify this from 720 to 721. So how do we do that? We will be modifying the leg number 1. So I've clicked leg number 1 now. And again, I've put in my API key and the access token. I'm going to body. So first thing is I will have to add the ID. So let's check out the ID here on the right side. You have this OMS ID and you can see it's BO1. That means is the first leg. I'm just going to copy it and I'm going to paste it here. Always remember that you will have to put a hyphen. Don't forget the hyphen here. So this is the first leg. The type is 1 because it's a limit order, and let's change the limit price from 720 to 721. We can also change the quantity, but let's keep it as it is. Save it, Control S and run it. You can see it says order modified successfully, and if we come on the left side, you can see that the limit price has been updated to 721. So I've been able to modify our leg number 1. So that's good. I'm going to cancel this now. And now let us try to modify leg number 2 and leg number 3. For that, I'm going to first place a market order, a market BO order. So I'm just going to place a market BO order, and let's keep higher stop losses, maybe 10 points each. I'm running the market order now. order has been submitted successfully. So as we can see here, we have one position because it was on market, and I have two orders. One is a stop loss and one is the target. And let us now try to modify them. Now, which one is leg number 2 and which was leg number 3? You can check that by going on the right side. So if you just scroll on the right side, you will see that BO2 and BO3. So BO2 is basically your stop loss and your BO3 is your target. So let's try to modify our leg number 2, which is BO2. Again, I've already done the API key and the access token. Going to body, and I have to first add the ID. So I'm going to add the ID here. I'm going to copy this order, Control C, pasting it here. This is BO2, and the stop loss currently is 718.3. Let's make it 719. So I'm just going to make it 719, save it, and let's run it. It says order modified successfully, and you can see here that the order is now 719. So we have been able to modify our stop loss order, and similarly we can also modify our target. So for that we will be using our modify order leg 3 now. Again, I've already done the API key and the access token. Come here, we'll need the OMS ID, and as you can see, this is BO3. Copying this here, pasting it here, and the target currently is 738.3. Let's make it 739, or let's say 740. Save it and run it. And again, you can see this has been updated to 740. This has been updated to 740. So you can clearly see how it's working. We have been able to modify all the different order types very seamlessly, I would say. Not too much changes also required. It's already added in the code here. Finally, we can also cancel the order, and like I told you, if you cancel any of the orders, automatically the position will get squared off. So let's try that out. So again, I've already done the login, and I'm going to add let's say I'm canceling this one, BO3. So to cancel that BO3, I have to put the ID and BO3, save it, and let's run it. Successfully cancelled the order. So you will see that all the orders get cancelled. Again, don't get confused why this happened, because like I said, when we cancel any of the orders in a BO order, the other one will automatically get filled, and you can see here it automatically got filled and there are no more positions left. So again, all the orders are perfectly working fine. If you want to understand a little more about BO orders, you can quickly jump onto the documentation, and you can read about how BO orders work here. They have given in great detail here itself. So with that, thank you for joining in, and I will see you in the next video.